Hello racers, and welcome to Project Motor Racing. We get some early access into this game, which comes out on the 25th of November. Might be a kind of interesting stream, I would think. I did about 5 races yesterday, honestly, and boy, I mean, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know I like racing, but I haven't really done any racing games as much, or hardly at all. I used to back in the day, so yeah, I'm not definitely a pro at this whatsoever. So it should be some interesting content, that's for sure. It was rather rough yesterday, driving around a couple of the tracks. So the things that we gotta look at here today, as far as my standpoint is, well, I haven't done a lot of racing games, especially competition racing, that's for sure. We've done some Forza Horizon 6, which is pretty forgiving considering what we're getting into today. 2, I don't know the tracks that we're going on that well, or hardly at all, so I don't know the turns, or where they are, where it should be, all that kind of stuff. So I got that learning curve to go against. Plus, the new game, got to learn what the game's going to allow us to do. All that kind of stuff. I did mention on Discord last night. Yesterday I was saying some few choice words to the other AI drivers. And today could be the day that you may hear some words I have never said before on stream. So we'll see how it goes. But it is a Friday, so hopefully everyone's having a good Friday. I see we got some people here that we normally have. Sirwell, John, Miles, welcome one and all. Yeah, so Project Motor Racing comes out on the 25th of November. If you want, there should be a link in the description, and you can go ahead and use that promo code right there if you want to, if you like what you see. But yeah, I can't. We're not allowed to give reviews on the game whatsoever, but we can show content to it. I can give my review of the game on the 25th, apparently. But yeah, we'll get into some racing today. Maybe some careers. What you see on the screen currently, my driver elf in the background. I did choose that color, so deal with it. Just deal with it. I think. Yeah. Why did I wake up so early? Well, this is when we could start making the content on Project Motor Racing. So, you know, if you're not first, you're last. So this is the time when we can release it. So I'm trying to be first. But I'm pretty sure there's a lot of others, content creators out there diving into this, and we've been racing the last couple days or whatever. Actually, the way you say that, why did I wake up so early? I tried going to bed early last night, and because I had to get up at 3:30 this morning to do some other things. And I tell you what, trying to go to bed early when you're used to going to bed like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and you try to go to bed like at 10 or 11, it just didn't work. I just laid in bed and just toss and turn because my body's like, well, you don't go to bed this early. Then, you know, by 2 o'clock, I started to feel it's a little bit tired. I'm like, you know what? You got to get up in an hour and a half. Is it worth going to bed and trying to sleep? And I was like, the heck with it. So I just got up. So technically, I'm still up from yesterday. Hello, KJ and the Lizard folk. Welcome. I'm using a G27 steering wheel, which is set up. The setup was no problem whatsoever for the steering wheel. Very simple. It's the racing part that you guys are going to have a rough time watching today because, boy, well, you'll see. The AI traffic is not forgiving whatsoever. And a couple races yesterday, and by the way, I'm just letting some people drag in, because I know I'm starting to stream rather earlier than usual. But yesterday when I was racing around, AI drivers, it seems like when they're going to drive their line no matter what, even if you're kind of beside them. So, you'll see as we go along today. More than likely, I'm going to finish in the bottom third of every race that we're in. I don't know. We shall see how we get along here today. As you can see, there is multiplayer, but we're going to be doing single-player races. I'm not good enough to be doing multiplayer, and really, I think it's just going to be content creators that are doing multiplayer, so... does online work? Online will work, yes. I think it... I'm not sure if it's... I didn't try multiplayer yesterday to see if any other content creators wanted to race, but basically I was just trying to get used to racing again, and how the game goes along, whatever. So, while I'm letting some people mosey on in here, you do got like challenges, well, online terms, okay. Confirm. Endurance Hall. Have no idea what all this stuff is. Hadn't even really looked at this kind of stuff. Race now. Nope. So we're going to back out of that because I don't know anything about that. There's challenges, downloadable content, driver profile. You can set up what country you're from, your name, your global rating. You can save replays, stats. Just in general, achievements. I probably achieved nothing. Wait, where was result history? There we go. So I have raced. I tried 2 tracks yesterday because there's a lot of tracks. Just trying to get used to a couple of tracks. Lime Rock and Canadian Tire. This one here, I did pretty good in qualifying. I qualified 6th, but I finished 13th. AI traffic does not seem to have many problems going off track. I spun once, and that was all it took. And there you go. Then in the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, qualified 14th, finished 16th. I actually finished 14th, but I had some off-track penalties. I think I had about 6 seconds worth of penalties that put me back. So I think I actually finished like 13th or 14th, but with second penalties, I finished 16th. So there's that. So when you dive into single player, we got race weekend or career. I'm probably going to start off with a race weekend and just try to get a race under my belt, or get started this morning, try to get the feel of it. And maybe I'll do one of those 2 tracks that I did yesterday. That way it kind of looks like I know somewhat of what I'm doing. We'll love to see the AI of this game too, so offline would be fun content as well. Yeah, the AI traffic, I would tell you, they're kind of brutal. Passing them, it seems like they have a driving line, and until you get a certain distance past them, they're going to drive in that driver's line, whether you're there or not. There was a couple when I just started the game today. There was a big patch, so not sure if what they changed. So, you know, we'll see. Let's go ahead and we'll dive on in here. Looks like I already got the Canadian Tire. Looks like it remembers the last track I was on. So we'll do the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park track. So there's practice. There you got to practice. Then you got qualifying, and you got racing. So let's go ahead and dive down into the race here. Said, do not expect anything great from me. If I finish in the top 10 out of 16, 16 drivers, I've done something fabulous. So, hopefully AI will be updated on release day patch. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be updates before the game comes out. I'm using a G27 wheel, an old wheel. I've had this thing for like 10, 11 years. This is interesting. Usually the track just loads right on in. So there's a lot of adjustments you can do to your car. The hard part I have is starting out in a session because you're on cold tires. My first lap or 2 are just absolutely terrible because of the cold tires. I'm not used to the cold tires as of yet. Okay, usually, like I said, the tracks usually load in within like 30 seconds. Not sure why this is taking forever. And I got the spinning wheel of death on the screen, kind of. Let me close that program. Let me, we'll fire that back up. Hopefully there's not another update to go. Let's try that again. All right, right back in here. Race weekend. And let's try confirm again. Hopefully it loads in this time. There we go. So it's a 12-lap race when we get to it. Like I said, we'll have some practice first. I think practice is like 10 minutes. Qualifying is like 10 minutes, and then the race. So this is one of the tracks I raced on yesterday, trying to get used. I think there's like 15 tracks overall. And I kind of know 2 of them. That's about it. Let's see. Vehicle setup. Let's see. I think we only want 20 liters of fuel because that's all we really need. So I'm going to set up 20 liters of fuel. Everything else, I'm just leaving. You can see traction control, ABS. You can adjust all that. Brake bias and pressure. Differentials. Transmission gears. All that stuff. I don't want 100 liters of fuel if I have to pit. If I get a lot of damage, then I'll have to pit. I don't want them to fill up with more fuel to make us heavier. Alright, that should be good. And then we'll go back. And back. Oh man, it's awfully early in the morning to be doing this, but here we go. Let's see if I can get try to get my seat somewhat adjusted here. So you can kind of see in the bottom right-hand corner, kind of my gear, speed. You also got my tire pressures down there, along with brake temperatures. Left-hand side, you got the position that everyone's in. So this is just a practice. I'm going to try to get my tires up to temperature, let some cars pass me. So obviously I'm not going to be able to read chat too much when I'm on the track driving around. What am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong. Thinking about the wrong turn. So right now my tires are still kind of on the cold side. So these laps really don't mean nothing, just trying to get myself warmed up. tires are just not quite up to temperature yet. Now I know what track I'm on again. Alright, tires are kind of getting where I want them to be. Let's see if we can gain on this person in front of us. Always go in that corner too hot. And force feedback is kind of a real good thing here. My steering wheel is jumping around everywhere.
Session ends in 5 minutes.
Well, we're already halfway through practice. You can probably adjust how long practice is. Oh, hello. Just a little love tap, another little love tap. Rubbin's Racing. Kind of good to get behind someone once in a while, just trying to see where you match up or don't match up. Nope, nope. Trying to do too much there. Going over that little hump right there is a little rough.
You've got 1 minute left.
So I'll probably get this one more lap of practice in. At least I'm not the slowest in practice. This corner here. Yesterday I was doing pretty good in that corner. I made a lot of passes in that corner yesterday. Whoops, wasn't paying attention. Although taking that corner a little bit too rough. Seems like it's a better lap. Show other camera views? Not while I'm driving. That's going to be because driving third person just would kind of suck. Actually, I'm not. I did check to see what other camera angles I could have. So my best lap was 119, about 120, and I'm 2.4 seconds behind the leaders, so it's not looking good for qualifying, but we'll see how we do. But you can view replays afterwards and kind of get a better idea of the track itself. So I will click on view replay. It does take a second to happen. I think we sat in the pits for a little bit. But if you want different camera views for now, I can give you the replays and they'll have everything outside of the car itself. So all races are from a standstill. There's no rolling starts in the races itself. I think they said they're going to introduce rolling starts in the future. Are there static trackside cameras in spectator? That I don't know, because I haven't been able to spectate anything myself. I just want to show you what, when watching replays, it's not from the in-car. It'll do, like if you were watching it on TV, I suppose. Practice and qualifying is going to be, it's going to look rather decent what I'm doing. But obviously you can tell by my times I'm not doing the greatest. When it gets to the race, that's when it's going to hit the fan. Because like I said, the AI traffic, at least yesterday, there were a couple times I was pretty much past the car, just about, and I was in the driving line at that point, and they just came right over and just like, bang, bang. Now let's go ahead and let's get set up for the next session, which is qualifying. I just want to make sure we only got 20 liters of fuel. I could probably even go less than that, because I'm only going to run a few laps. All right, let's see if I can get a decent lap in here. So obviously, like I said, the first lap, I got to get my tires up to temp.
Hammer down now.
Oh, even well, I thought I was taking a slow to that corner, but my tires are so cold, got no grip whatsoever. May even want to give another lap for these tires to get warm.
This lap is timed. Give me your best.
Well, you're not going to get my best on this lap, that's for darn sure. But we will get those tire temps up. And there's a bump going over that little bit of a hill that will shake your car up. Alright, so next lap is the one I'm hoping I do well on. So I'm gonna try to get this first, or this last corner good here. Hello. Dude, you got me on my hot lap. That wasn't nice of you. again. Because why not? Car's still feeling pretty good, so maybe I'll get a better lap in. Right now my lap time's not looking better, it's looking worse. Go a little deeper. Okay, that was a little too deep. Alright, we'll come into the pits.
Watch your speed, mate. Don't overshoot the box.
Whoops, wasn't paying attention. Was trying to read chat, which I shouldn't be doing. Hello, Panther. Welcome. It gave you damage, yeah. So they didn't change tires. But they didn't fix the damage. Yeah, I'm going to have lots of damage by the time the race ends. Let's see how we do with these couple fellas in front of us here. Oh, this is not going to be good going in this corner, all three of us. Ooh, got a little squirrely. So we'll get another lap in. I'm not going to try to qualify here. I don't think we're going to do much better than what I did. But getting another lap in underneath my belt will be good. that bump, going over that little knoll, then going
Session's done. Check flag this
downhill can get your car unsettled quickly. I think that guy's going in the pits. The pits look dead. Well, I mean, I was the only one inside the pits at the time. Am I playing on the PS5 Pro? No, I'm playing on PC.
Probably going to need to take a look at the setup between now and the race and find some pace.
I actually qualified 9th, which is better than what I did yesterday when I was practicing. Is that the only view? Well, it's the only view I'm going to do while I'm driving. If you want to look at the we can view the replay. We'll probably watch the replay after the race, because that's where a lot of the mayhem's going to happen. And a lot of the mayhem's going to happen at the start of the race. For sure. Because I'm going to get the crap beat out of me going into turn 1. Especially starting in the middle of the pack. I'm going to get hit in the rear. There's it's like 60% chance I'm going to slow up so I don't hit the people in front of me, but I'll get booted in the back, probably. Next session, please. Vehicle setup. Oh, wait, essentials. Oh, wait, stop telling me. Oh, it's not target per lap. Alright, I better put in... I'm gonna put in 26 liters. I'll leave if I put in on only 20. Yeah, I think we'll leave it as is. Alright, I don't expect the start of this race to go well at all. Didn't have much luck yesterday with it. And hopefully I don't jump start either. Alright. I don't expect this to go well. Yeah, it's going to be a while for it to get back to us. Let's just jump right in. So I'm going to try to take it slow at the beginning. I said slow, and everyone else is going really slow. Getting banged in the back, the front, the sides. But I made it past turn 1. We're going to bottleneck up here, aren't we? still waiting for my tires to get up to temp, but that's going to take about a lap and a half. Bump, bump, bump.
Track limit violation. Officials are aware.
Oh, the track officials can bite me. I wasn't off the track long enough. So that just gave me a 2-second penalty, which will be used at the end of the race. This corner here, I always seem to do rather well on. But it's hard to pick your spots where to pass, because I said these AR drivers really don't want to give up spots, as you know, why would you? It's racing. Problem is, I get up that corner well, but unless I'm right on someone. Thank you. Appreciate that. Might be able to tell I'm a little bit focused. Ah, didn't do it right. Almost lost it in that corner. Got to get this corner a little bit better, especially going on to a long straightaway. And I hope I gave myself enough fuel for the race, because that would be embarrassing. I just gave him a little push. That's supposed to be my corner there, and I'm not doing well on it today. I'm only 13 seconds behind the leader, so I think I got this one. See how they just kind of like force their way back in the driving line? I mean, I was swinging wide there because I didn't enter the corner the way I wanted to. Oh, he just booted me pretty good.
Track limit violation.
That's why I said AI traffic does not care too much about you. Now it's going to throw me off just for a little bit. Plus, it also heated up my tires more than I wanted it to. I don't think I'm catching up. Oh wow, my tires are just way too hot there. And once it goes bad for me, it starts to go bad really quick. Yep, now I'm in last. Yeah, my left side tires are just way too hot. All right. Let's cruise it on home at this point. Because, yeah, no way I'm catching up to anyone. And my left side tires are just... Especially my left rear is just way too hot. Gotta get that tire to cool down as much as I can, but it's not gonna matter too much. So in the right-hand corner I make with that left rear, this is a little bit too hot. But it's cooling down.
White flag.
Just limper home.
You need to pit this lap. Pit this lap. Guys, get ready.
Need to pit this lap. It's the last lap, dude. Now that my tires cool back down, she's handling like she was before.
Check your flag, mate. It's over. Told you to be top out there.
Those bottom left inputs look so binary. I'm driving on a G27 wheel. Let's go ahead and, of course I finished last. I mean, after I spun out, I pretty much knew that was going to be the end of it. But, I want to see... Actually, we'll watch this start, because actually, I'm actually surprised I got through turn 1 better than I did. So let's kind of watch the start, but then I want to get to where I want to see if I already got damage on the front of the car. The front of my car is already looking like crap. But the first lap, I'm still not good at because I'm not used to the tires being that cold. But the AI traffic seems to get it. But you already can see the front of my nose there took some damage. I think, what did we start, like 9th, and I'd lost 2 spots on the start. No one else's car has damage on it, just mine, but there's a lot of beating and banging going into turn 1. Alright, so now I just want to find out where it all went wrong. Wait, I was up to... I was up to 4th? How did I get to 4th? That can't be right. Now show me 7th. Yeah, I think it was just because I fast forward. Oh no, so this is my second spin. Wait, is this it? Oh yeah, I think I think he did just turn me there. He wanted that driving lane. So I go on this side of him, and then it looks like he didn't want to give me the position. He didn't like let me back in line a little bit. So I mean, I kind of went into him, but I was thinking he was going to let me in, which I probably shouldn't have thought of that. So that's right. We're not allowed to give reviews of the game, but the one thing I'm seeing, I will say this for the AI traffic, is when passing them, make sure you have passed them, because they don't give at all. We can change. Oh, that's the driver we can change. So you can change what driver you actually watch. All cameras. Actually, if you watch the chase camera, that might be a little bit better. Get a better view of what happened here. I mean, I would say I went back in this line a little bit, but not that much. Well, I got to kiss the wall at least. Alright, so we know how the rest went. So we'll finish the weekend. Are you sure? Yeah, well, I'm sure about that. I'm sure about finishing that weekend. Alright, so now that we got... does it bring back old memories? I would say... I mean... I mean, this is going to be more realistic than the racing I did about 10, 15 years ago. But I'm just going by... I think passing back... You know, other games, I think I just got used to. It's just one of these new game, you got to get used to what the AI is going to do. So now we're going to start a career, which I have not done before. Welcome to your career in Project Motor Racing. Start your motorsports journey by choosing one of the 3 continents as your headquarters. When making the choice, remember that while all cars and events are immediately available, the cost of cars and entry fees will be affected by your location of your HQ. Event travel and repair costs will automatically be deducted. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. After each race weekend. Well, my car is going to be beat to crap after every race weekend. So keep an eye on your expenses. Be aware that aggressive driving or poor finishes won't sustain a professional team very long. This is going to be a short career. Sponsorships are the lifeblood of your team. Before each season, select the terms that you feel give you the best chance of survival in this tough, unpredictable industry. PMR is best enjoyed with the career experience option set to authentic. This locks the difficulty to 100 and disables race restarts. So basically, if the race starts and you have a bad turn 1, you're not restarting. Okay. For those wanting to customize every element of their career experience, set the toggle option to classic. Well, I am in North America, which is fine. Rolling billboard, a traditional sponsorship arrangement. You're paid a flat amount per race, and that amount is based on the prestige of the car you're racing. Performance doesn't matter. I like that. You're a rolling billboard and nothing more. This is the safest sponsorship model for racers looking to for a predictable influx of cash. What else we got here? Competitive. You're paid a slightly higher flat fee per race that's derived from the prestige of the car you're racing, but there's a catch. You're only paid if you finish on the podium. That ain't gonna happen. Ambassador. So as long as you bring the car home with no damage. I'm not gonna be coming home with no damage. Event fees covered. The brand agrees to pay your championship fee at the start of the season as well as your race entry fee to compensate for them paying for your entry fees up front. The brand takes a pretty major cut of your championship winnings at the conclusion of the season. If you, in the event you win the race, the brand matches your earnings. The brand covers the full. Where's the rolling billboard? I think we'll stick with that. I think I'm going to start. This budget is for players who want to start in the middle of the Project Motor Racing cars hierarchy and have the immediate access to the game's wide variety of GT cars. I don't think I want to jump right into everything. This budget is for players who want to start from the bottom of Project Motor Racing and work their way up. I kind of want to do that. Difficulty. That's right, we can't change difficulty. Career experience. I think I'll put it on classic because I may want to lower the difficulty, honestly. We'll have to see how it goes. This is just Project Cars under a different name. It's It was probably made by the same people, honestly. So I think we'll put it at classic. I'm going to leave it at 100% for now. I don't know what I was on the other race. I wasn't even paying attention. But I'm sure I'm going to get my butt whipped. And of course, the first race is going to be going to a track I probably have not been on. I've only been on 2. So I can afford the Mazda. I do like the looks of that Ferrari. Oh, sorry, Porsche. I don't know why I said Ferrari, it's a Porsche. All right, we'll just confirm that. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube did since the last time I streamed, which is a couple days ago, but reading your names in chat, I don't know why YouTube went ahead and did that. Screwed up everything. With all the, I recognize some of the names, but you know, I can probably pick somebody else out as well. All right, so I'm down to 48,000, which is great. Next event. Well, I probably want to do the one in North America. Entry fee is 17. So I guess we'll register for that. And looks like we're going to Daytona. We're not just going to race the oval. Must be racing the road course, I would assume. Well, I've raced at Daytona in other games, but in NASCAR version, so just the oval side of it. I have not driven the road course at Daytona ever. Yeah, the game does look pretty darn good. Vehicle setup. I'm going to just have 30 liters into it. Yeah, this is going to be bad because I've never been to the track, so I got to learn the track. Got to learn the car. Whoa, what are you stopping for there, dude?
Clear of pit lane.
Kind of want a car to get in front of me a little bit so I can get a feel for the track or what's coming up. That's a tight corner. I think I went a little bit too hot. Kind of want this guy to go in front of me, but okay, that was a little bit too much coming out that corner. My tires are warm now. Thank you. I mean, I probably deserved it, but
5 minutes remaining in the session.
I think this race is going to be a rough one. starting to get the feel of the new car a little bit. Although this corner here, I'm going to mess up every time, I'm sure. Car feels so light that I think it's just going to stop much quicker than it does. Well, everyone wants to pass me because I'm the slowpoke.
You've got 1 minute left.
Question is, in my first career race, will I make a profit? But I don't even have a time yet? I've been around like 3 times. How do I not have a time yet? I mean, I don't expect the time to be great, but how do I not have a time yet?
Checking flag out. Session is done.
Alright, so my best time was that lap there, 2:15. 10 seconds slower. I think you've seen this movie before 10 years ago. I think you'll pass. You're paying no way this is worth $60 they're asking. Well, that's what I'm here for, to show it off so you can see if you want to invest in it. Let's see. Fuel use, best lap. So I'm using about 2 liters per lap. So 27 liters of fuel, 28 liters of fuel should be enough. So I'm going to go 28 there. I'm going to lower this to 28. Actually, I'm probably going to put it more like a 25. Because if I pit, I'm pretty sure I would have made a few laps by then. Okay. Should be good to go, but I don't expect qualifying to go that well. So I expect to qualify last. After seeing what just happened in practice. But more laps I get in, the more I'll get used to the track. I hope. Again, first lap, you really just need to get my tires up to temp a little bit. Actually got through that chicane pretty well. For me, anyways.
You're on the clock now. This lap is counting.
Thank you. Better hope I don't catch up to you, but that's not going to happen. Feels like a good lap. I mean, it's going to be my best lap, I think, since we got here. Don't look in your mirror when you go around that corner. You've done that twice. Well, my lap time's almost mirroring my first lap, well, last lap anyways. Come on, dude, give me a push. That corner I just will never get. Almost lost it. Although I kind of did. Don't know if the draft actually works here or not. Oh god, the chicane, terrible. Oh, get one more lap in. Technically I'm last by a lot. But still 3 drivers have not done a time, which is interesting. Well, it's looking like my best lap so far. But looking at the other drivers' times, my time is still horrendous. I'm taking about a second off my time, which is... feel good about it, but the race, not so much. Well, overall, for my first time on the track,
We're going to need to take a look at the setup between now and the race and find some pace.
what were their times? They did no laps, but they had a time of 2:23. Makes no sense. But I mean, I'm like, these first, all these are like relatively within a second, and I'm like 7 seconds behind at least. Not looking good. I realize there's probably setups and everything I could be doing. Let's see here. So if I go to vehicle setup, essentials, why does it clear the data? Target per lap 1.8. So we're just going to say 2 liters per lap, so 24 liters. I'm going to go down to 26. I better leave it at 20. I'm going to leave it at 27. Just trying to make the car as light as we can. And pit setup, I'll go 20 because if I got to pit in the first couple laps, I'm toast anyways. I think I'm toast anyways. It'd be interesting to see though if I actually make money by getting into a race and finishing last, because that's where I feel like I'm gonna finish. Yeah, I think we're kind of good to go, as one can be.
Keep focused.
Just try not to wreck the cars where I'm going to be approaching here. Bring it home in one piece. As I block the driver behind me. Eighth position, this means more money. It's going to be the longest 12 laps of my life. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have accidents up ahead. We can gain some spots that way. Man, that corner. I will never get that corner, I don't think. Or that corner. And that did it. That did it right there. That sealed my last position for the race. I'm 16 seconds behind the guy in front of me. The only thing I might have for me is, will everyone else pit? The way that they always show that barrel right in the middle of the road freaks me out every time. I'm definitely not gaining on anyone in front of me here. Although, if you look at the top of the screen, right now this is getting to be my best lap by far. But the lap's not over yet. I'll mess it up somewhere. I guess what I need to focus on at this point in the race is just try to improve my lap times. think I'm letting my RPMs getting a little bit too low in some areas. Need to downshift a little bit more. I think I need to hit the third gear for that chicane. I think fourth gear is maybe too high of a gear for it. This lap's not looking too good. Now this like third gear going through that chicane did me a lot better coming out of there.
Halfway done.
Easy to lose focus after a while. Start thinking about other things. I need to focus back on what I'm doing here. Yeah, definitely get out of the chicane better. If I could just put a full lap together, it'd be nice. Yeah, I was trying to go through this corner differently, but that did not work. Trying to carry a little bit more speed throughout the corner. And that's going to be the problem I'm going to have on every track I go to, because I don't know the tracks. I guess longer practice sessions would be good. But that's not fun to watch. Although at this point, watching me ride in last place 45 seconds behind the next car is probably not that great either. Nope, a little bit too much. What's going to happen here pretty soon, though, is they're going to come up behind me and start lapping me, which is really sad to say, but that's going to happen. bit of a rev limiter there. Just a little bit.
Blue flag, get in the racing line.
Getting the racing line? Where was I out of the racing line? I do expect the leaders to be coming up behind me very soon. That was grass. I gotta remember not to wreck the car. Because, now we're talking money. So, if I remember correctly, blue flag means the leaders are coming. But they're going to be finishing the race as I cross the line for my white flag, so I don't think I'm actually going to get lapped. A small victory? I know one thing, it's getting hot in my room. Well, it seems like looking at this lap, I'm going to be pretty consistent with my best lap. Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
I think they found something we didn't. Wanted to align the data.
Yeah, that was rough. So we get to see if do we just make money by finishing last? I mean, I'll make money, but did I profit anything? That's the question. Penalty. I didn't get no penalties. Best lap. So considering my first time at the track, I think when I practiced, my best time was like 2:18. And I think I qualified at a 2:14. And my best lap in race was a 2:10, so I mean, for me personally, that's good to see, I think. I earned 2,587, so no, I lost money. I think it was $11,000 entry. Expenses were $73,000. I earned $2,587. That's promising. Oh, I think that's overall, because I bought the car. So, you know, that is something. I think you can see my computer specs on my YouTube channel. If you go to info, it's there somewhere. Should be anyways. So no global ranking after doing a career race. This probably only works for online racing, I'm guessing, global ranking. Let's just do another race weekend. And we will go to... You want to see if Taiwan's selectable? Let's see here. Well, if we're going in alphabetical order, I would say probably not. But let's just do one more race, but we'll do a race weekend. Go to Lime Rock. You want me to race at the spa? That should be on here. Did I miss it? Oh, this, right there. Well, I have not been on the track here either, so this is probably not going to go too well. Yeah, I probably will have to lower the difficulty on the career after seeing that. Oh, strength right here. It shows me right here 75, and that we were racing at 100%. Racing a Rolex 24 while watching the 24 is going to be a good time. You're going to race the full 24 hours? Now, if this was like 15, 20 years ago, I would probably know the tracks. And I did have, don't remember the name of the game, but I did have F1 racing. Vehicle setup. Don't know how many liters of fuel we're going to be using per lap. You know, I'm just going to leave the fuel that's in there because I have no idea. I have no idea.
You're clear.
Ideally, follow someone. But since I don't know the track worth a darn, of course, I'm still on cold tires. Might be a little bit too fast there. think you could almost take that full L, but you cannot. At least I can't.
Remaining in the session.
Come on, dude. I just got on the track. Gotta learn the darn place. I'm going to get past terribly on this track. But that's something we didn't know was going to happen anyways. Oh, I thought I was in second, I was in first. Miscalculated how many times I downshifted. Alright, that's not going that well, but only 1 minute left, I think. Return to pit. Okay, so we're using about, I want to say 4 liters a lap. This is 12 laps, so I'm... 50 liters, yeah. Nope, not refuel with 100 liters if I pit. I think I'll put it at 30. Well, actually, if I put it lower than that, that's fine, because they're only going to add what it needs to be added, I think. I don't know if this means they'll add an additional 22 liters, or they'll fill it up to 22 liters. Is Road America in the game? We just looked at the tracks. Well, I want to say looked at the tracks. I scrolled up and down a little bit looking for the spa. I'm not sure if it's in there or not. So apparently I did 2 laps but got no time. So I have no idea where I stand. Probably down this general area, be my guess. And drive. What do I think of the game so far? We're not really allowed to give reviews until the 25th.
All clear.
But I think for me to give a review on a racing game, I probably shouldn't be doing anyways. Because I'm not really that much, I haven't done a lot of racing in the past few years, so I'll let people in chat kind of go about comparing it to other games or whatnot. Graphically, it looks good. It does seem to have a lot of options of what we can do in the game, but I don't want to compare it to other racing games because I haven't done many other racing games recently. Probably should let this guy go. I just want to warm up my tires. But also by following someone, maybe I'll get a better understanding of the rate. Well, I can see the racing line. But I can kind of judge myself a little bit where I need to be. Not in the sand. I know it must be hard to watch, but again, like I said, I haven't done a whole lot of racing. And then also, I don't know the tracks worth a darn. So I gotta learn how the cars handle everything, along with learning the tracks. Remember, you can't take this one full out. And you missed it. I'm missing every apex of every corner here. Well, at least you turned me around the right way, thanks. Well, let these two guys go, because now my lap ain't worth a darn. Not great, but I made it through. That's the way I'm gonna look at that. I think, I just realized my laps probably don't count previously because of track limiters. So if you go over the track limit, the lap won't count. Which makes sense, but that's what I'm guessing. If I can keep pace with these drivers here for the qualifying lap, then I'll have a decent time, I would think. A respectable one. That's a little bit too much. Well, just a minute and a half left in qualifying. Right now I'm 12th out of, I would assume 16. So, return to pit. Let me just have vehicle set up. So yeah, still using about fuel used, recorded stint. But fuel used recorded best lap 3.7. So we're just going to round out to 4 liters per lap. So I need 48 liters of fuel. So, wait, where did I want to bring it down to 48 because it's not 4 liters per lap. It's 3.7. So we'll take a couple more liters out. But I do expect this race to go like the other ones, probably. So, yeah, we'll go back, we'll go to the next session.
Not really where I projected to finish up in quali, but we can try and make it work from there.
So let's see, I was at a 2:27 compared to a 2:23, so I'm like 4 seconds off. Actually, it tells you right here, 4.2 seconds off the best lap. Considering, you know, it's my first time on the track. I'll kind of take that. Well, I already know how this is going to go. I'm going to get beat to death in turn 1. Just trying to get through there without a wrecked car is an accomplishment sometimes. I gotta remember, we're on cold tires. I'm not liking this. Tires are getting heated up pretty quick. Right now I'm just trying to keep my nose clean. Trying to learn the pace a little bit more. I think I got out that corner well enough. I might be able to get this dude. Nope, he closed the door. I thought about trying to pass him there, but that's probably not wise. I'm sure the nose of my car looks like crap. Alright, that's the one thing I say about the AI drivers in this game. Like I said, I clearly was on the outside of him. Oh, now I went too deep in that corner. And he just basically came on over and just was like, that's my spot. Oh, I gotta slow to 60. I gotta slow to 60. Maintain 60. Alright. Well, that didn't help out at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have probably a couple of those. I'm gonna have plenty of violations here, I think. Gotta come to a standstill to get around that. can almost smell his exhaust. Don't you drive on the side of me. I know you want to. A little bit too much grass on that corner. And too much sand on that one.
Limit violation confirmed by officials.
It's only my third one. It's fine. Just trying to put some sand on the track to slow up the other drivers when they come back around. Heavy damage. All right. I just realized how far behind I am on the next car, and yeah, I'm gonna need a shuttle launch to get up to them.
You're at the halfway point.
Overshot that corner. What happens if I don't slow down to 60?
Track limit violation. Officials noted it.
Oh, the penalty is a lot larger if you don't slow down. I think the damage on my car is getting to be a little bit too much. And now with a 20-second penalty enforced at the end of the race, it pretty much just means I'm going to finish last again. At least my tires seem to just be in so good condition. The driver, not so much. I don't... maybe my brakes... Oh yeah, my brakes are getting hotter. But I think I'm going to park it there. That's what I think. I think I'm going to retire from that race. How does a pit stop work? You go in the pits and stop at the stop sign, and they take however long it takes. With my car as damaged as it was, it's kind of extensive. Quit to the main menu. Yeah, we're going to quit to the main menu because it's almost, well, for me, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I have something I need to be doing in just a few minutes. But I wanted to come on here today to at least try to show you off what Project Motor Racing is going to be about. And I'm pretty sure some of you have made up your minds already, or some are intrigued, I'm sure. But yeah, we did, 3 races? Well, 2.5 races. The first race I did so on. Daytona, I mean, I learned that track a little bit. Didn't do too well. Actually, if we go to driver profile, result history, why is it not showing? Oh, it doesn't show your career stats in here. This just shows the single race history. Yeah, I think this was a race earlier today. I qualified 9th and we finished 16th. I don't always finish last though, so that's something. But yeah, I gotta jump out of here because I got some things I need to be doing. I might come back on later tonight and stream Noble Legacy if I get a chance. Not too sure. But yeah, Project Mode Racing, like I said, comes out on the 25th. And link in the description below if you want to have a look at it. And if you want to as well, use my promo code if you feel entitled, you know, if you feel like want to help out the channel. You know, if you do look into buying the game, always check out your other sources. And maybe you can find a better deal elsewhere. But yeah, Project Mode Racing, like I said, comes out on the 25th, which I think is Tuesday. And that's just another 4 or 5 days from now. But yeah, I'm going to jump out of here. I appreciate everyone coming on in for a little bit of Project Motor Racing. Obviously, like I said, my driving and my racing, not the best way to judge a game. But at least I can show off the game a little bit. The only thing I find with the game currently when I'm on the track is when there's a couple times when I actually do get to pass someone. The AI drivers do tend to be a little bit on the bully side of things, meaning if you're in the racing line and you haven't really got fully beside them or even nudged ahead of them, they do tend to kind of just come on over and bump you a couple times, and if not, spin you out, as we found out. The race I qualified 9th in, we were doing decently in the race until a car spun us out and I went to pass them. So, but yeah, appreciate everyone being here for a little bit of Project Motor Racing today. Like I said, I might be on later this afternoon for some Noble Legacy. I say later on this afternoon, it'd be probably like 6 o'clock New York time. So depending on where you live. But again, appreciate everyone being here. If I don't stream today, then I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm streaming yet tomorrow. I got to get some things taken care of today, then I'll figure that out. But appreciate everyone being here. I'll be back streaming either later on tonight, which is a slim chance, but possibly back tomorrow, and I'll think about what to stream tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, if I don't see you later on, and have a good Saturday. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, but until then, have a good one.